Hey, hey, hey! Today is a great day. This is Mr. Wonderful. Hi, you guys. So, the profile that I'm creating here is the profile that I would use every time when I upload a video. The aim is to record my progress in the game with this profile uh, for you guys to see the mistakes I make, and then also uh, for you guys to try and help me to get my channel up and running and get views and subscriptions. This is my first attempt on editing videos, uploading videos. So for me, this is a big step because I'm not used to this, and I would really need every help, little bit of help that I can get from anyone would be much appreciated. So the aim for me for this video is just to try and survive for the first day in the game. Yeah, to be able to probably just put the foundation down for maybe my main base, or just a sort of a starter base, just to survive for the first night, and then through to the morning, and see if we can do that without dying. Now, these trees have a limited number of timber or wood that you can get from them. Now these crates are important. They are scattered around the map, and it's key to try and find these crates, because there are some resources in those crates that you can use to craft or to build things. The one thing, as you can see when you harvest the trees, is that you don't actually fell the tree, so you just get a certain amount out of the tree, and as you can see there will be a red cross coming up when you try to hit the tree too many times, which means that you've got enough out of the tree, it won't give you any more. But after a few, probably hours, I believe, I'm not completely sure, the resources kind of respawn in the tree, and you can go back to the tree, and you can harvest some resources from it again. Now that big tree that you see there on the right hand side, I call it a grub tree. You get some grubs from the tree, which you can eat. It's worms, so it does have a little bit of protein, but you can also use these worms to later, when you craft yourself a fishing rod, you can actually use these worms as bait, and you can actually fish. Now, there are some deadly animals in the game that you need to be aware of. And the deadly animals are the bears and the wolves. So when you get close to them in their territory, they would give one growl, and if you turn around and you walk away, that's good. Then you would be okay. But if you stay within their territory, they would give you a second growl, and that's at that point you need to run, because if you don't run, they will kill you. They will attack you, and they will kill you if you don't have something to kill them with. But maybe it's just the lack of experience on my side, but I stand no chance against them, even with some kind of weapon. As you can see, on the level that I'm starting, on the medium difficulty level, I at least get a pistol with about 9 rounds. Just when a wolf attacks you have to be very, very accurate to use only 3 bullets and kill the wolf using 3 bullets. You stand no chance against a bear with that pistol. The bear will just completely kill you. Now, as you can see, I am just running around, harvesting trees, looking for these crab trees. And as I'm running around from the one tree to the other, I try to also look around for these crates, and obviously also to keep my eye out for the predators, so that they don't kill me. As I said, I just want to survive for this episode the first day and make it through the night without dying. So at some point we will have to try and find some food. Now, there are some food in some of those crates. You do get some food. I think it's mostly apples, but there are some vegetables also that you can pick. It's also randomly on the map, so you can just harvest those from the ground. It's very difficult to actually see them when you're a distance away from them, but they are around. There are also chickens, so you can actually run and catch them, and you can kill them to produce or to give you some food or meat and protein. However, the meat gets spoiled fairly quickly, so when you even if you've got the animal in your inventory and it's still alive, it will deteriorate and it will eventually rot. So when you do have some meat in your inventory, you need to start a fire fairly quickly to cook the food or the meat, and even the cooked meat don't last for very long, so you have to cook the food and very quickly, well, not very quickly, but eat the meat fairly quickly. Otherwise, it will go bad. As you can see, these crates are very useful. You need those in order. Some of the things that you need to build, you can't actually craft. You get those resources in the beginning from these crates. I believe later in the game you would be able to craft some of the resources that you require to build, but I'm not entirely sure. We will see that as we progress through the game. Now there are some other animals also in the game. Pigs are one of them. They will not attack you as long as you don't try to attack them. But I believe when it's time for them to mate, then they will become aggressive, and that's then where you need to be careful of them as well. Then there's also some deer, I believe it is, and they are not harmful. They would, as you get close to them, they would run away. But again, when it gets time that they are wanting to mate, yeah, then that's when you need to be careful, because then they also becomes very aggressive towards you. You can kill them, you can hunt them later on when you've got some better weapons, but in the beginning you'll see I just try to not to kill them. I just leave them alone. We will later on in the game, as we get stronger and we get more weapons and so forth, then then we will try and kill those things. Now the plant that I just harvested there, you can actually use to make medicine. So if you are poisoned or whatever, you can make medicine to actually cure you from the poison. Yeah, sorry, this is very repetitive. I'm just running around harvesting and just trying to get resources that we require for the vault. As you can see, the plant that and there you can see a bear. And now I'm backing up, but that crate there that you see there, I'm after that crate. So what I try to do is to kind of run around, and then you'll see that I'll go close to the bear so that it starts to run after me. So I'm kind of luring him away from the crate so that I can come around and collect the crate. Of course, the weapons that I've got on me right now is just not powerful enough to actually kill the bear. In fact, I forgot, I might actually pick this crate up, but I still think, yeah, no, great. So I could actually pick this crate up, which is great. So yeah, and these trees, these little bushes, they are very key too, because this is where you make your fiber or your rope from, and you require a lot of those. And this is steel. This is a lot of the things that you will craft later on would require the steel. And some crates you also get those. Later on in the game we will start harvesting copper and iron. We will have a furnace to actually make steel. So that will, then we don't really have to run around. We probably will still need to run around to make those things that we require, but we will be able to make copper and steel, and I believe glass as well, but that's way later in the game. Survive for the first day here, as I said, that is our main focus. Now this is a very difficult game. I have tried to play it in the hardcore mode, and yeah, the animals are a lot more aggressive. The range, as you can see, I'm fairly close to the bear there in the background, but when you play in hardcore, these animals are even more hardcore. And there you can see the bear is actually running behind me. It's starting to chase me. I don't know if you guys heard the second growl, and you also saw those crates. I would love to get those 2 crates. And again, you can see the bear actually stopped, so I can quickly collect these 2 crates. Yeah, so that one, and then to the next one. Now the way that you open these crates is by pressing and holding E on your keyboard. Yeah, as I was saying, I tried to play the game in hardcore, and the animals are a lot more aggressive, and you also don't spawn with a weapon, and with the medium and with the normal and with the easy modes, you actually spawn with a water canteen, so with water in it, fresh water, so you can actually have a drink when you do the easy and the normal mode. But with hardcore, you don't get a weapon, you don't get that canteen. The animals are a lot more aggressive. They are also a lot closer together, so you'll see here there's a lot of space where you don't see any animals, but when you play it in hardcore mode, they are almost everywhere, and you have to be very careful and spot on in order for you to stay away out of the territory. So it's not a shame for people to actually start this game on the easy mode or on the normal mode, because the hardcore mode, yeah, that is what it says it is hardcore. As you guys can hear, the growling of the bear behind me, so I will just have to keep on running. You'll just hear the growling. You'll see there's a pig on the left hand side. and I believe that's the only thing that really saved me here, because I assume that the bear went after the pig, so at this point I believe the bear stopped following me. Yeah, as you guys can see, the sun is going down, so it's starting to become nighttime. So fairly soon I would have to start look for a place where I can set up my starter base, or at least a foundation and so forth, so that I can survive and stay alive during the night. Starting to craft the necessary resources that I would require to build the foundation for the base. While we're waiting for the resources to craft, to build the base or the floor, the idea is to build the floor and then to build 2 side walls, and then crafting a fireplace that would be on the floor, so that it will heat us up during the night, so that we won't die because of the cold. So just looking around, the idea is also to put the base down, that some of the base or a little bit of the base is in the water, and the other side is on the beach, so to speak, because later on I would like to make a doorway and stairs into the water, and that then will provide us a space to fish from in the future. Yeah, so next on the list is crafting our fire to keep us warm during the night. We might also have to get our water purified, and also by cooking that. We'll see if that's going to be necessary. So the next thing would be fire, crafting it, and then placing the campfire on the floor for now. Yeah, and then we will use the matches in the inventory to get the fire going. That's one of the things that end up in your inventory when you start with the easy and the normal mode. So that's one of the benefits of starting in that mode. Whereas if it was in the hardcore mode, you would not get the matches to get the fire started. Now the fire is going to keep us nice and warm for the night, and while we're waiting for that, we'll just have to keep the fire going. We might start crafting the walls. The idea is to place 2 walls, one on the left side and one on the right side of the floor. So we're just gonna go through the night, and yeah, hopefully we'll make it to the morning nice and safe. That would be our goal achieved, because that is what we go. So just getting water. Just make sure that if you use the water, the unpurified water, you will get poisoned, and you'll keep being poisoned until you make antidote that you can use, and that will then get rid of the poison. And to purify the water, as you can see, we just put that in the fire, so that it boils, and then yeah, that will then purify the water, and then you can drink the water. Morning has broken. We survived the night. So the next thing is actually trying to set up the walls of the platform that's currently there. The walls would be one on the right, as I said, and the one on the left. We just need to gather some resources for that, because the fire, whilst it's on the campfire, actually uses a lot of wood, or a lot of logs. So when later on, when we have the roof and we have the sides built, then we can actually build a stove. The stove uses less logs, so it takes longer for the for the fire to burn out. Every time that the fire burns out, you need something to ignite the fire, like matches, or you have to make the fire starter yourself. You can craft that as well. So it's probably just best to keep the fire going, especially in the early stages of the game, because everything is just so hard to get. Later on, when you are more established, it makes it a little bit easier. You still need to keep on running around, looking for resources, looking for food, gathering, because of the hunger and the thirst. It never stops. So you will keep on having to hunt or fish, and then also try and find vegetables, because as you have vegetable bar, and you've got a protein bar, and you also need the vegetable bar to be completely full. Whilst diving, there are some stuff in the water, some plants that you can also harvest. You can use these plants, you can also eat them, but they are also used for making the antidote that you need when you get poisoned. Well, we made the morning, which is a great thing. We achieved our goal, and that's to survive during the night. Yeah, it's a nice crate. Let's see what we find in here. Some feathers, rope, and deck stuff. Nice crab tree. Trying finding some crabs. Later on we can fish with those. Next thing is to kill or try and kill a wolf, because some of the wolves actually drops kidneys or probably liver, which you need. You can eat the liver after you cooked it, or you can also use the liver to craft the antidote that you need when you're poisoned. So yeah, so this guy didn't give us any liver, so we quickly need to go and clean our hands, otherwise we will get intoxicated or we will get sick. So we need to wash our hands. So when we get into the water, when the two hands shows up, you just use or press E on your keyboard, and that will wash your hands. Most actions, if you want to take an action, opening a crate, or even when you killed an animal, or if you want to pick the fiber or those plants that you need to make rope, and those plants that you need to make your antidote, you press E. E is the key that you need to press if you want to interact with the game. So next thing on our list is a wall. So we're going to craft a wall, and after we craft the wall, we're going to place the wall. Then we would have to go out again and find resources for the second wall. Wall done. Place the wall. It'll snap in. Yep, there we go. So now we need to just make sure that there's enough wood on the campfire and that our meat is cooked. You can burn the food, or you can burn the meat. Burning the meat, eating that won't make you sick, but it doesn't have any attributes. It won't take your hunger away. So next thing we probably might have to do is to craft ourselves a bow. That will enable us to hunt chicken and rabbits. The chickens will drop meat, obviously, and then also feathers. Now the feathers you can use to craft arrows, and with the rabbits, apart from dropping meat, they also drop leather, and leather is also a component that gets used in crafting certain items. A very scarce resource in the game is nails, and you need a lot of those. So whenever you need to use nails, you really have to make sure that that is really what you want, because nails are very hard to come by. They are very scarce in the game. I cannot remember if later in the game if you can craft nails. I honestly can't remember. We will, as we play along and get deeper into the game, we will see if it would be able, if we would be able to craft nails or make nails. Yeah, still running around. The wolf here to our left, and there you hear he's growling. So we need to run. So these chickens, as I said earlier, you can actually catch them. You can run after them and you can catch them. And then, yeah, there's a bear. We really ran into the bear. Yeah, so key thing to keep in mind is, as the base is currently standing without the being active or online, the predators will actually run onto your platform and they will kill you. So it's not a good idea thinking that you're going to be safe on your platform if your base is not online. So in other words, if there's not a beacon, then you will definitely not be safe. So, and that's one of the things that the thing that we really have to concentrate on putting on first. We already have our wall on there, and here we actually find carrots. That's one of the vegetable types that you find. There's a crate on top of this little stone hill, so to speak. Let's see what's in there. Yeah, you can make ammunition with those things. And then also we found some rounds, pistol rounds. I think probably just one. I didn't really take note on how many we found. Hopefully we have enough resources now to do our second wall and potentially getting our base online. I think the first thing is to do is to check the fire, and then potentially the next thing that we need to do is to see if we can bring our base online. Yeah, we still need 2 of those rope things to complete our bow. And yeah, we just need to concentrate on getting the base online. For each feather that you have gives you 2 arrows, which is not bad. So each arrow that you craft, you actually get 2 and not only 1. The arrow use those thin sort of sticks, and you get that from your logs. And then arrows also use nails. I believe each arrow uses 2 nails, if I'm not mistaken. So they are very expensive on nails. Right, so our second wall is going up. Yep, so we are nearly there with what we want to achieve. We just need to get our base active. That would be great. So there's a crate or box that we can get, but let's see if we can get ourselves a bunny. It's coming our way now. Yep. And so first of all, let's just get this this crate. As I said, you hold the E key on your keyboard, and to pick up the bunny, that would also be E on your keyboard. You can see it gives you meat and it gives you leather. And there's one of those fiber bushes. Again, to collect them, you press E on the keyboard. You need to keep an eye on the fire so that the fuel doesn't run out. Keep the fire going, and then you can cook the rabbit. Since we do need some protein, our vegetables are also low. And there we go with the base command unit. That's what it's called, right? So we only need a few planks. We can quickly craft those, and then we can bring our base online, and that would be the end of this episode, that we brought our base online. And then in the next episode we will see if we can put a roof on the building, and then also to see if we can craft a stove. We also need to craft some storage crates so that we can start storing the things that we're currently running around with. So if we die now, if we can't find our body in time, then we will lose our resources. Right, achievement. See you next time.